joined by Bob Carlson, who's called America's #1 retirement expert, editor of the popular Retirement Watch newsletter. How did you get the moniker America's #1 retirement expert, Bob? Who called you that?
Well, several people have. It's because I wrote the book on retirement. Actually, I wrote it twice. I did a dummies version with a co-author, Eric Tyson, Personal Finance After 50 for Dummies, and I wrote another book, The New Rules of Retirement. So I've been out there for a while. I've been doing Retirement Watch for about 30 years, and I cover all the financial aspects of retirement. Many people hold themselves out as retirement advisors only cover one or two areas, but in the newsletter and the books, I try to cover all the financial aspects of retirement and retirement planning.
Now, when I go on your website, January 2021, Congress comes for your retirement money. A devastating new law has just been enacted with serious consequences for anyone holding an IRA. What are you talking about?
Well, that's the Secure Act, which had a number of good provisions in it, but another provision it did eliminated the stretch IRA. And people like to keep money in their IRAs with hope of passing it on to the next generation. And the previous law allowed next generation to inherited IRA take advantage of the tax-deferred compounding over their life expectancy and let that money accumulate in the IRA until they really need it. But under the Secure Act, all these inherited IRA, or most of these inherited IRAs, have to be distributed within 10 years after they're inherited. So it's really upset a number of estate plans that were counting on just passing that on to the next generation and letting them use the tax-deferred compounding.
Yeah, the stretch IRA was sort of like the middle class trust fund. You could essentially leave money to your grandkids and it would grow tax deferred for up to 80 years. So what do you recommend for young, not young people, anybody, young, old, middle-aged, who has an IRA in light of the stretch being nullified?
Well, there are a lot of strategies to look at and decide which is best for you. A very common one is to convert that traditional IRA into a Roth IRA so that you're paying the taxes now. But even then, when a Roth IRA is inherited, it still has to be distributed within 10 years in most cases, so that it's out of that tax-free vehicle and back into a taxable account. And then there's other strategies you can use. Some of them involve life insurance, where you convert that IRA basically into a permanent life insurance policy where the amount your heirs inherit is going to be guaranteed by the insurance company, plus it's going to be tax-free. And in a number of circumstances, doing that will actually leave your heirs better off than if they'd inherited that traditional IRA or even a Roth IRA. And there's some other strategies that might involve charitable trusts or things of that nature. But there's a range of strategies people can consider. They just need to go with their financial planner or estate planner and determine which one's best for them.
Sure. And folks, if you want Bob's latest book, which we're giving away today, give us a call, 888-988-JOSH, and request your What to Do with the Secure Act review, 888-988-JOSH. Bob's been gracious to give away 3 hard copies of the book for those of you who schedule and keep your appointment.
The preceding program was sponsored by the Jalinski Advisory Group.
Any awards, rankings, or recognition by unaffiliated third parties or publications, including 5-Star Wealth Manager, Advisory of the Year finalist by Senior Market Advisor, and Top of the $1 Million Roundtable, are in no way indicative of the advisor's future performance or any individual client's investment success. No award, ranking, or recognition should be construed as a current or past endorsement of Josh Jalinski or Wealth Quarterback LLC. Information regarding regarding specific awards, rankings, or recognitions is available on the Wealth Quarterback website at www.jalinski.org. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. Investment strategies such as asset allocation, diversification, or rebalancing do not assure or guarantee better performance and cannot eliminate the risk of investment losses. There are no guarantees that a portfolio employing these or any other strategy will outperform a portfolio that does not engage in such strategies. This broadcast should not be construed by any client or prospective client as a solicitation to effect or attempt to effect transactions in securities or the rendering of personalized investment advice. Due to various factors, including changing market conditions, the information discussed in this broadcast may no longer be reflective of current positions or recommendations. While information presented is believed to be factual and up to date, Josh Jalinski and Wealth Quarterback do not guarantee its accuracy, and it should not be regarded as a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. The tax and estate planning information discussed is general in nature, is provided for informational purposes only, and should not be construed as legal or tax advice. Listeners should consult an attorney or tax professional regarding their specific legal or tax situation.
Advisory services offered through Wealth Quarterback LLC.